Sorry.
All right. Hello there, you guys. And Mashable is doing what I did yesterday for the Meerkat versus Periscope deal. So, yeah, apparently a lot of people are interested in this. Mine was from an accessibility point of view. Mashable's is from a, well, you know what? I'm not really sure. But I'm going to be discussing my first week with T-Mobile. T-Mobile, whatever. Hang on. It's been great. Oh, let me just see if I can do this without falling. The staff have been wonderful. They were really, really nice. And, you know, they they did nothing but help me. For the 2 months it took me to switch, I would call them probably about maybe once a week and ask them questions. And even though some of them might have been silly, they did their best to help me with the phone, activate it. It took about 24 hours. But it took about maybe 4 or 5 hours to activate. Actually, there was one point in time where I wasn't yet on T-Mobile. I thought I was, and, you know, stuff happened, but they were so nice inside.
Rotate camera button. Rotate camera button.
They were so nice inside of the store. And on the phone. So, a lot has changed since 2010 when I left them. I left them mainly because, they didn't have the iPhone. So, at the time, I think it was only AT&T that had the iPhone.
One now watching.
So hello to the one who's watching. I don't know who you are, because I can't see it. So,
At T7TUM.
mention me.
Discussing my first week of the T-Mobile switch. Survey. At T1 now button. Comment button. Flash button. Rotate camera button.
Mention me. And tell me that you're watching. I'll see it on here, so that's great. I'm not going to comment back because, well, I get my own responses in Twitter, and I don't like in my own mentions buffer, and I don't like that. Oh, I'm cold, and it is the 5th day of spring. Anyway, so I got the phone Monday at around 1 something p.m., maybe around 1:30. Oh boy.
Rotate camera button. Rotate camera button.
And basically went over to the store about 2 hours later because it took that long to get my info on the phone. It sucked. But hey, you know, first the phone was out of date. That happens mainly to new devices that you get. They're out of date. I don't know why, but, you know, hey, it works. So, I got the phone, updated it, restored all of my apps. Couldn't use most of them because I wasn't on the 4G network yet. And I had the opportunity to test that out. Sprint, I was getting about maybe 0.9 down and maybe 0.2 up. Something like that. That was the average. And that was LTE. So, it sucked. Now, and this is all in perspective, now I'm getting 7 down and 2 up. So I'll take that anytime. So,
Is JC here? Yes, T-Mobile did not have the iPhone until now. AT&T was the only company that you would get an iPhone. Now I might get T-Mobile after.
JC says that, T-Mobile did not have the iPhone. I think they got it in 2012, and he's listening in.
Comment button. Button. We're now watching. Comment button. Button.
And so let me actually put the phone down. Oops, for a minute. Oh shoot! I'm in the middle of getting ready to do some voiceover work that is for today. Feel free to retweet that, restream that. Hit the restream button on your thingy.
John, Steve Sutton, at you I have to play with this. Maybe I'll have more success than I.
Let me just pull up my own timeline here so I
User,
can.
interact with 7, Z, U, M. Table, 80 rows added, 0, A, vertical line, now vertical line discussing, copy. New tweet, edit text, paste. Vertical line, live, selected, now, selected, selection place, double vertical line, watch now vertical line discussing, my first week of the T-Mobile, switch number, your task, http://t.co,
Here we go.
0, A, vertical line,
And
100
where's my phone? Here it is. So they were really, really, really nice. The data stash, I think I do have the promotional 10 gigs, but I can't see it. I did use some 3G data, and it hasn't gone down yet. So I have to get down to the 3 gigs before what I don't use starts to roll over. So I don't know how I'm going to do that yet, but I will figure it out. Hopefully, hopefully I can use the promotional 10 gigs at some point, and then, you know, save up enough. It lasts a year, so let's say you save up, for example, let's say you save up 40 gigs. I don't think you can, but let's say you save up 40 gigs for that month, for the year, rather. And the stuff, just like the rollover minutes, the amount that you saved up during month to month will fall off. So you gotta use it. So let's take the rollover minutes to be, for an easier example. Let's say I saved up, no, let's take the data. Let's say I saved up 40 gigs over the year. Let's say I had 500 megs left, rollover, that carried over the next month last year. It'll be 40 gigs minus 500 if I didn't tap into it. So, you know, you kind of want to use what you have. As far as I understand. So, I am liking T-Mobile, and yeah, I know someone here who's watching is considering a switch. I won't recommend them yet, mainly because they're not as good in many cities yet. So, of course, before you decide to do that, call your company, call your provider, call the T-Mobile 800 number, of course, and check your coverage. If they say, oh no, you're going to have problems, don't do it, of course. Now, the one feature I love, and I can't demo this, so those of you T-Mobile people who are listening, feel free.
Rotate camera button. Rotate camera button.
Feel free to chime in on this. The Wi-Fi calling is really cool. I like it. I love the feature. It's made my calls sound very good. I also had a chance to use it off the network briefly, off the Wi-Fi network briefly, because, well, Wi-Fi was down and I had to make a phone call. So I made a phone call. Call was crystal clear. So it was really good. It was really good. I love my phone as well. The iPhone 6, 64 gigs, whoop, is, for me, it feels, it's a little big. The only thing that I can see hindering it is the camera lens that sticks out in the back. That's the only thing I don't like about the phone. You know, it seems like a lot can go wrong.
I don't have Wi-Fi calling? Oh no, I guess I'll have to wait now. I'm stuck on AT&T until my contract is up.
No. They have Wi-Fi calling. They have Wi-Fi calling. You go to, well, T-Mobile does. You go to settings, and then you go to phone, I think. and then you go to enable Wi-Fi calling, and you click that button, and then there it is. So it's, you know, it sounds very good. It sounds very, very good. Like I said, I can't demo this, but you T-Mobile folks that are out there and have used Wi-Fi calling will know that, at least for me, because I have a powerful internet connection, well, okay, it's not powerful, 100%, but my arm is getting tired. It's not powerful 100%, but it works when it wants to. Now, I'm not sure if other carriers have Wi-Fi calling.
Don't have Wi-Fi calling? Oh no, I guess I have J, C. Words, Charlie, don't have, we. Fee, calling? Oh, no. Comment button. Don't have Wi-Fi calling? Oh no, I guess I'll have to wait now. I'm stuck on AT&T until my contract.
If I understand that mention correctly, AT&T does not have Wi-Fi calling. I recommend the Smart Choice plan, which gives you starting at 1 gig, $50 a month. You don't do the data stash, so it's 1 gig of 4G data a month. And if you roll over, if you use up that gig, then you get down to 4G data. So 1 gig of LTE and then unlimited 4G. If you're out of 4G area or you just have it off, you can probably go to Edge if you really wanted to. AT&T's Edge was not that good. T-Mobile's Edge, I'm not sure how that is, but that's if you're very desperate. So, yeah, there you go.
Comment button. Discussing my first week of the T7TUM.
Feel free to retweet that. So, T-Mobile? Well, okay, so I've been with now Sprint, in the order of cell carriers. T-Mobile from 2002, well, it was Sprint from 2001 to 2, I think. Then it was T-Mobile from 2002 to 10. Then AT&T from 2010 to 12. Sprint from 2012 to 15. And T-Mobile now in the present. March 23rd, 2015. So it's been good. So far, my first week has been really good. So I hope, to conclude, T-Mobile's not going to be for everyone, of course. T-Mobile, probably does have its faults. The staff were nice enough actually to tell me what areas I would have issues with when I go down to the convention. Since I'm not going in those areas, I'm not worried. So they were nice enough to look at the coverage map. They were nice enough to help me.
Rotate camera button. Rotate camera button.
And they just have been all around helpful. I just can't begin to give them enough praises. Sprint was good, but they were too pushy. AT&T was great, but their prices were a little bit through the roof. Mine will be until I get the phone paid off. And let's hope I get that paid off soon. So yeah, it's been really good. My favorite part of the phone is the Touch ID and Apple Pay. Well, Apple Pay I haven't used yet because I don't have my card info in there. I use PayPal for my iTunes. That actually might change, just in case. So, I actually might change that. So we will see what happens in that regard. So with that, I'm gonna get going, and
Flash button.
I will.
Zero now watching. I don't think AT&T has it, but I will check and let you know if AT&T has. If not, I'm stuck until I get T-Mobile, but I don't care. I have unlimited calling on my plan. Comment. I don't think AT&T has it, but I will check and let you know if AT&T has. If not, I'm stuck until I get T-Mobile, but I don't care. I have unlimited calling on my plan.
Oh yeah, unlimited calling. Unlimited calling is actually part of AT&T, T-Mobile as well. Unlimited talk, text, and unlimited 4G data, 3 gigs of LTE. So, as far as I understand, with my promotional 10 gigs, I get 13 gigs. For now, anyway. I'm probably down to about maybe 12.5, but yeah. Anyway, have fun, you guys. Take care, and I will talk to all of you later.
Alert, entering. Yes,